Well, welcome and welcome back. So before any of you guys comment anything, I know you weren't expecting to have Vanessa here. I may have paid full price for her. I know that I said I wasn't going to do that in a previous video, but after reviewing Carmen and Lyric from the Rockstar line, I just felt like it was a lot better quality than I expected. I wasn't as nervous about it. So I went ahead and I paid full price for her. So full transparency, probably $50 is too much for this doll, but that's what I spent. So that's what we're gonna do today, is go ahead and take a look at Vanessa Tempo and unbox her. We've got the same front of box, same back of box. Everything's pretty routine here. So I'm gonna be very quick with this. We're gonna go ahead and unbox her off screen, and I'll be right back with you guys to take a look at all the details of my nice expensive doll. See you in a second. And here we are with everything Vanessa Tempo comes with. Now, I know, like me, you're probably really excited to hear about this hair. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get this stuff out of the way first. We've got the same stand, comb, and hangers as the rest of the Rockstar line. Nothing too special there. We have a cropped white shirt. There is faint gold RH printed on the kind of like background of the shirt. And then it says "Sparkle is life." I'm not gonna lie, this is a little cringy to me. I don't know, something about like anything is life, like coffee is life, or anything like that. I don't know, it just feels a little cringy. Like, it feels a little bit like I'm trying to be cool, but I'm kind of out of touch. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm in fact the one who's out of touch, but not a huge fan of the saying. I would have preferred it if it was just plain, like the back, but I can't have everything I want. More importantly, the dress is a lot cuter in my opinion. I just think it's funky, it's different. We've got like leather, well, not leather, faux leather, straps, all kinds of different buckle details. There is like a sort of back to side cutout along there. I don't know, just it looks so weird to me, and I really like that just because it's different. Very like distressed denim sort of vibes, different colors of denim, and then all the buckles that go to nowhere, but they're all 3D and some of them move. It's fascinating. I think it's very innovative to me. I think that this is something that not most people have in their closet, and I like that, especially for a Rockstar line. Something that's a little bit more weird is more fun. So I really like the dress. Then we've got her jacket here. Unlike with Carmen's jacket, where she had the patches on the back that were all sewn on, all of the patches on Vanessa's jacket are just printed on. So they are really cool. I like the vibe that it's giving off. However, I do wish that we could have seen at least even a mix of printing and patches that are sewn on. Like, I understand if they couldn't afford to do all of them sewn on, but I don't know, having them all printed is kind of less exciting to me. We do also get a little bit of a drawstring detail. It does actually function too in the back, so you can tighten up the bottom of her jacket. So, not thrilled about the printing, but I do really like that the drawstrings actually work. That's pretty cool. Next up are her second pair of shoes. This is the kind of heel that I like. If you saw my Lyric video, you would have heard me say that I prefer chunkier heels that have like a lot of weight to them, and this is what I was talking about, where she doesn't have the spindly little heel. It's got some meat there. I also think that these are fantastically detailed. It's kind of a denim color to match her clothing. And I think that the color is really nice, but I like that they didn't actually give her denim shoes because that would have been a little bit much. Rainbow printed on both sides of the heel, gold detailing, and the paint job does look better on these. Very pleased. And of course, she wouldn't really beat Vanessa Tempo unless she had her drum set. So the actual set is obviously a lot smaller than a full drum set, kind of a miniature version where we've only got 3 drums. They are all painted rainbow along the sides, nice gold detailing. The white is, interestingly, not the iridescent white that we've seen in both of the other Rockstar Girls instruments. It's just matte white, which is kind of fascinating. I don't know the brand. I know that there's a brand that produces drums that uses this font and their name is like on drums. So I'm sorry I don't know the actual name, but I do think it's cool that they used the same, or at least a similar font to kind of call back to that. And we've got more matte tops on these drums here. The back, just basic matte. There are a few little marks on mine, and I think like an indent here. I actually got Vanessa in stores, unlike the other two girls from this line, and I was looking for the best Vanessa, not the best instrument. So they all had a few minor defects like this little dent here, and I just went for the one that had the best looking doll as opposed to the best looking drums, just because that's what I personally care about more. So just like a thing to note for you guys who might be ordering online or something, that there sometimes can be minor little issues there. Next up is, I want to say this is called a kickstand. Drummers in the comments, please don't judge me for not knowing. Like I said, I'm not a drummer, but I do think the molding is really cool. All just solid gold, and it's harder to do when it's up in the air. Obviously you can see a little bit, but it does, you know, if she pushes with her foot, you can make that move. I don't know what any of these things are called, so I sound like an idiot, but you can make that part move so that it would hit the drum in theory. It's a fun little detail. I like that it moves. I'm really just showing my ignorance here, but I'm enthused, so I guess that's what really counts. Okay, so clearly we are going to jump forward in time just a little bit. I just finished dressing Vanessa for my display here, and wanted to insert another comment about the drums. If you take a look at Carmen, guitar fits perfectly. It's quite proportional. Obviously, Rainbow High dolls have a big head, but you know, otherwise, I feel like that is a good size for guitar. With the microphone, it's like pretty much up to Lyric's mouth, even with the stand that she's on. And the amp seems like a good size for an amp. However, with Vanessa, back it up a little bit so you can see, not great. She is on stand, obviously, so that she can be doing this whole thing and look really, really super cute. But the drums just look, frankly, pathetic in front of her. Like, that's bad. I know that realistically, obviously, most of the time you sit down to play drums, so like at that point they might look a little better. I don't know, something about this just feels a little weird display-wise for me because the stand is like a stand. It's not a chair that she came with or a stool or anything. So I don't know, I just wanted to point that out and say that I feel like potentially with the drums and with Vanessa, MGA could have done something different with the stand just so that it didn't look like this. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the present time. Now, here we go. This is the really, really fun part. So, hair. First time that Rainbow High has done braids, I was ecstatic to see that they were giving Vanessa braids. Obviously, from a diversity standpoint, it's really, really cool. And also, it just looks gorgeous. Looks, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm going to give her like an 8 out of 10 for the looks of her hair. Only 8 out of 10 because some of the braids on this side are not coming undone, but they're definitely a little looser than others. Like you can see the ones here versus the yellow is definitely, this is a lot tighter than this is. So they're not perfect. I will say that that's the only spot on the head really that I'm having the problem. The rest of it is all good. That was so flashy. I love that. But yeah, so just a couple little things here and there. So that's, I mean, maybe even like a 9 out of 10 on the looks. I think it looks really, really cool. I just, you know, have to dock at least 1 point for that. Feel, I don't know how to judge the feeling because it definitely feels like a really thin nylon rope would be how I describe it. And I don't love the feeling, but on the other hand, I do understand that like the braiding is going to be more expensive than just rooting basic doll hair into a head. And it is so thick. If you look back here, did I lie? Oh my God. Dang, okay, well I thought it was thick. It feels very thick, but the rooting is actually quite thin. Interesting. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on how to root this sort of doll hair because I'm not an expert on straight doll hair either, but I don't know, because it feels and looks very, very thick. Just out of box, I never would have guessed that her head looked like that. Like, that looks solid. But I guess if you restyle it, you might have some trouble with spots like that. Also, though, I don't know how easy or feasible at all it would be to restyle these braids because of the texture. So what I was getting at with that is that it looks very voluminous, we'll put it that way. And so because it looks so good, and I'm assuming that the braiding is more expensive, again, could be wrong, I do understand why it's not super soft. I'm kind of comparing this to, I've seen doll customizers do dolls that have braids like this, and I'm guessing that those are a little bit softer, but I also know that that is obviously more expensive, higher quality stuff because they're making a custom doll. It's not something that's being mass produced. So I guess I just don't know how to feel about the hair. Like, it looks incredible. It really, really does. Again, that is assuming you keep it in this style because, as we just saw, she's got some scalp showing, so I'm not sure how that would restyle. I don't know. I'm inclined to like it because it is something different and fun, and it diversifies the rainbow high canon. But that being said, I'm also a white person, so I don't know if someone who wears this style would feel like this is an accurate representation, if that makes any sense. So I don't know if I'm really uniquely qualified to remark on it. I don't know. Let me know how you guys are feeling down below in the comments about her hair, because I do feel like that was kind of her standout feature, was just the different hair, since she's the first Rainbow High doll to have braids like this. So let me know how you guys are feeling. But moving along from that, she does have a fabric denim scrunchie. Actual fabric. It actually, you know, can bend and everything, which I love. Her face, I feel like, is a little bit more simple than the other two Rockstar girls. Her makeup's a little bit less dramatic, but I still think she is looking really, really beautiful. The shade of brown they picked for her eyes is just absolutely gorgeous. Stunning. A little bit more low-key, but still stunning. And then we've got RH hoop earrings. She's also wearing a almost like watch chain sort of choker. I dig it. I love it. As for shirts, she's got Rainbow High 2021. I want to say it's Van Halen that is this logo. Little white base under crop top. And then this I really, really liked. So it's a denim bustier, but it's more of a off-white, vaguely tan sort of denim. And it's like upside down. So it literally looks like she took a pair of pants and DIY'd them into a bustier when they didn't fit anymore, or if she didn't like them as pants anymore. Because we've got the belt loops down here. And something about that is just really fun for me. I like the idea. She's clearly got a distinctive fashion style. I don't know. I thought that that was really, really cool. She's also got on several bracelets. So on this side, I guess a watch is not technically a bracelet. I don't know. But a molded gold watch, and then just some bangles here. And just like the other girls from the Rockstar line, she's got fingerless gloves. These are unlike either Carmen or Lyrics. They are fabric rather than fishnet or leather. Super cute. I have her drumsticks still in hand just because I figured that'd be easier for review purposes. So she does come with 2 drumsticks. They do have a little like clip here, so you could theoretically get her to hold them even if you didn't have them rubber banded on. But yeah, I just kept them on for now. As far as pants goes, she's got more of this super like rugged, distressed denim look that I just think is so fun. Very like streetwear and exciting. Holes completely for her knees. We've got a few little slits at the thigh here. Just a little something different. It's, I don't know, it's just fun. And a shoelace belt, which again is different for Rainbow High at least. We haven't seen a shoelace belt before, but I know that that's like an old trick too. If you have got pants, especially if like you thrift pants or something that are a little bit too big for you, use a little shoelace. Super cute. She makes it very fashionable. I love it. And of course, shoes. Very much graffiti style sort of sneakers. I'm not really sure if I feel like the colors all go together. It's definitely not my favorite sneaker that Rainbow High has ever produced, but it is also not my least favorite, so I guess that says something. I do think that all of the printing and painting on here is really, really crisp. Like if you look at all the little drips on this toe, that's really, really nice. So quality-wise, I'm a big fan. Good stuff. So overall, ooh, how are we feeling? I almost don't know. I think for sure my least favorite thing is the Sparkle is Life shirt. That just really spoke to me in like the opposite way that I wanted it to. I didn't love that the jacket didn't have patches on it, and the hair I'm kind of like very mixed feelings about. So especially when you take into consideration like she's already kind of unraveling a bit up here, I'm nervous, not so much for me because I'm just going to display her, but for anybody who bought this as a play doll, or if you take like a lot of photographs and are moving your dolls around a lot, I'm not really sure how long these braids would hold up. I don't know, she's kind of a confusing one for me. I am obviously very happy to have her in my collection. She is still a really, really beautiful doll, at least in my opinion, and of course, that means that I've got all 3 Rockstar dolls, so they make a beautiful little band together. So, I don't know, take that for what you will. I hope that you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, please let me know how you're feeling about this doll down in the comments below, because this one's a bit of a wild ride for me, a little bit of up and down. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be, and I'll catch you next week in the next video. Bye, guys.